Hi, thanks for tuning in to Atomic-Moto's review of the 2014 Klim Adventure Rally Air suit. This is a brand new suit from Klim. It's a very, very interesting concept. The basic concept of it is this. They wanted to make a completely vented suit. And when I say completely vented, I mean 99% of the exterior surface of this suit is mesh and flows air, lots of air. So it's great for hot weather climates. They wanted to do that while not sacrificing abrasion protection, having a good impact protection system, having the load bearing system, the harness system from the brother of this, the Adventure Rally suit, being neck brace compatible. They wanted to make something that was completely breathable, but sacrificed nothing for function. And they did it. There's lots of cool stuff to talk about. Let's dive in. Okay, but first thing is, let's hit some of the basic specifications of the Adventure Rally Air. It comes in sizes small through 3XL for the jacket, and sizes 30 through 42 for the pant. Talls, if I remember correctly, are available from 32 to 42. The jacket retails for $12.99. That's $1,299. You heard that right. And the pant is $7.99. Now there is a separate suit that can go over this, can be used in conjunction with this. It's designed for this. A separate waterproof stretch Gore-Tex 3-layer suit that can go over this to give you an additional layer of waterproofness and windproofness. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Continuing on the specifics, some of the basic specs of this, the fit of the Adventure Rally Air, this is an important detail, is pretty much true to size. If you wear a large, we find that you're going to wear a large in this. If you wear a 32 pant, we feel that you're going to wear a 32 pant in this. We actually are very impressed with the fit. We'll talk about that more in detail. But again, the basics of the suit. The most important thing, the defining characteristic of the Adventure Rally Air, is the exterior fabric, which is what Klim calls a carbonite mesh. And it is a Kevlar blend. We believe it is from a manufacturer in Switzerland called Scholle that is known for making the most technical sports fabrics in the world. We're not sure of that, but we believe that. This mesh is very sturdy and very resistant to abrasion. And this is really important. It is not stiff. We expected it to be stiff. We were surprised when we took it out to feel how nice and pliable it is and how good it feels on you. It's not really stiff like some other mesh suits that are out there. So this gives it a really good sturdy exterior structure, good for abrasion. In key areas, like abrasion areas here, they use super fabric. Not the same super fabric as on the Adventure Rally. This is actually a different kind. Super fabric is a surface treatment. It's a print on top of the surface of an existing fabric, and it improves the abrasion in two ways. First of all, it strengthens the fabric, and the second is that it improves the coefficient of friction. For the super fabric on the Rally Air suit, it is printed over mesh, so all of this flows air. To show you the level of detail that they went to make sure that this flows a lot of air. Even the fabric inside the garment that the protector pockets are made of is mesh. The entire surface, nearly entire surface of this jacket and this pant is made of mesh. Continuing, there's some cool details like there's a reinforcement here in the crotch area. Again, this is not coated, it flows air. Leather burn panels on the inner leg. It's got a nice sturdy material down here where your boots are. Leather trim around the collar. This is a very comfortable collar. They did a great job. And then it's got a nice wrist closure here. More cool fabric details. When we got our suit in, we commented to our Klim rep that it looked like these reflective inserts were missing, that they were omitted, and Klim wrote us back and said, no, they're not actually. What that is a special reflective mesh. And I want to repeat that. They went to such the level that they did not want to use regular 3M PVC material in here because they wanted something that flowed air. And so when you see this panel here, several other parts on the suit are actually a special reflective mesh fabric that still flows air. That's really cool. Continuing on the exterior, there is, as you can see here, a collar that can be removed. That is so that it can be worn with a Liat neck brace. You're able to remove that collar and to use this with a neck protection device. There's several on the market, but it'll work with just about any of them. You know, all YKK zips, really, really heavy duty zips on it, and just lots of really cool small details. Okay, one of the most innovative features about this suit and its brother, the Adventure Rally, is Klim's interior harness system. And this is something that was derived from people that are intending to use these garments for racing in the Dakar Rally or in rallies, Rally Raid. Basically what it is an internal system of, internal harness system with straps that go across the chest, up over the shoulders, and then a kidney belt that allows the harness to bear the load of the jacket and anything that you carry in the jacket. So when you load this up with things for your adventure or tools or a hydration pack in the back, you cinch up the harness, you don't feel the weight of the jacket. It's almost like it is suspended on you. And that has another benefit. That actually improves the sensation of how light and breathable the jacket is. It keeps you from getting hot because it doesn't feel bulky and heavy. You know, one form of discomfort tends to lead to others. So this harness system, which you can see here and we'll actually do some detail shots of, is an internal kidney belt and a chest harness with straps going up over the shoulders, and it can actually be utilized or it can be stowed inside of the jacket, so you have the option to use it. And in fact, if you want, you can even take it all the way out. It is removable from the garment, completely removable. Klim really pioneered this. It's a very, very clever idea, and it's very hard to describe what the feeling is when you put it on, cinch everything up, and you move around and you don't feel the weight of the jacket. It's really cool. Okay, the protection system inside of any motorcycle garment is critical. It's important that you have a piece of equipment that helps keep you safe. And this has a very sophisticated system for protectors, for protection, and they've actually improved it quite a bit. The first thing is, let's talk about the material used. Klim uses something called D3o in their garments. D3o is a speed-sensitive material. Because of its molecular structure, it reacts differently to soft, slow movement than it does to rapid, hard movement. So if you take this protector and you try to bend it, it is very pliable. That makes it very soft inside of the garment. However, if I were to put this on me and strike it with a hammer, it is very rigid, very firm, and helps absorb that impact. It turns into a hard protective shell. It's really cool. I encourage you to grab one of these things and try it out. But Klim actually stepped up the D3o Armor this year, and I want to point that out. And they did it in a very easy, obvious way. This is the old shoulder protector. This is the new D3o protector that is used in the shoulders of the Rally Air, and you see that it's got a much larger surface area. More coverage is a good thing. And I repeat, the more you cover yourself in good abrasion resistant material and good impact resistant material, the lower your chances of getting hurt if you come off the motorcycle and have an incident. It's very much common sense. So in addition to the greater surface area on the new D3o Armor, they are much thicker. They feel about twice as thick. We'd have to cut them in half and actually measure them, or probably get a calipers to do so. And we plan on doing that at some point in the future. But the thickness of each piece of armor is much thicker than its predecessor, and that applies to the shoulders, and it applies to the knees, and it applies to the elbows. Much more substantial, much thicker, more coverage. That's a good thing. Now, continuing on the concept of protection, you know, and in coverage, this is really important. The Adventure Rally Air, you can see here, has chest coverage, and it uses this vented material, which is a silicon-based material from Dow Corning called Deflection, and this is good impact absorbing material. It's a no-brainer that every ADV garment, every piece of ADV gear should have protection in the chest area. Almost everything has a back protector, but very few have chest protection, and we applaud Klim for doing that here. There are 2 layers in the chest, and they come apart and then overlap, and they have a pretty good area of coverage. This is actually also a thigh pad that goes in the pant, and so you have some protection above the knee cover, above the knee protector on the thigh of the garment. And of course, you can see it's porous, it flows air, consistent with the theme of the suit. Speaking to the system of protection, it's got a lot of coverage, lots of different pieces, lots of placement. The harness system interacts very well with it. It helps hold it in place and helps bear the weight of that protective system. So when you have the jacket on, everything is very, very stable, whether you're on the motorcycle or heaven forbid you come off the bike, and it's held in the right location, and you don't notice the weight. The protection system on this jacket is very sophisticated, does a great job, and it also works in concert with the harness and the ventilation. So it's really, really top of the industry stuff. One more comment about the Pant. The Pant has a pour-on pad in the tailbone area, a nice soft polyurethane pad to protect your tailbone. And so the entire system of protection for this garment is very sophisticated. There's lots of coverage, lots of different materials, and they work very well in concert with other subsystems of the jacket. Because of the harness, you don't notice the weight of it, but it's also very stable. And of course then, they're all porous, they flow air, and so that is consistent with the basic theme of the jacket, to flow lots of air to keep you comfortable and also keep you safe.